Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Baxter Student Ambassador Program webinar. Presenting for us today is Anuja Deshpande, one of our finalists from Conestoga College. Now, before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone that if you have any questions during the presentation, just submit them into the Q&A box, which is found in your Zoom toolbar, and those questions will be answered after the presentation has finished. Hi, Anuja. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Excited to present today.
Excellent. And since you are already sharing your screen for us, you can get started whenever you're ready.
All right. Israel, the magical country where three main religions come together and worship their Lord, a place with ancient history and significance in Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. Israel is not only blessed with a treasure of history, but also have beautiful landscape, incredible food, and vibrant culture. Hi, my name is Anuja Deshpande. I'm a student at Conestoga College, and today through this presentation, I'm going to discuss what Israel has to offer and how, as a tourist, we can contribute to the sustainability of the country. Israel is a Middle Eastern country that borders with Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon. It faces to the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. To talk about the size of country, it is as big as the size of New Jersey. The population of Israel is 8.7 billion, which is just 1/4 of Canada's population. About 74% of population is Jewish, which makes it a major religion of Israel. Israeli currency is called shekel. 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 2.61 shekel. Official language of the country is Hebrew, but Arabic is also widely spoken in the country as it is situated in Middle East. Talking about the traveler's motivation, Israel has a number of reasons that one could attract it with, starting with pilgrims, history, archaeological site, heritage site. Other motivations can be adventure, culinary, warm beaches, culture, and nature. Canadians do not need any visa when traveling to Israel, which could be an add-on to the motivation. While there are numerous places that one could visit in Israel, my top 5 recommended destinations, which could be an ideal itinerary, are Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, the Dead Sea, Sea of Galilee, and Nazareth. Tel Aviv is the capital city of Israel. The city is also known as White City, as there are over 4,000 buildings which are built in a unique form of international style. As you can see in the picture, all these buildings are color white and are of international architecture. The city is also known as one of the vibrant cities in the world, which is combined with beautiful beaches, buzzing culture, nightlife, and warm sandy beaches. Some of the places that you must visit when in Tel Aviv is Port Jaffa, the one in the picture, Carmel Market, Beit HaTfusat, Historical Museum, and again, beautiful beaches. I would recommend all the travelers to start their journey from Tel Aviv, as there is a better flight connection. It takes about 10 hours of flying time from Toronto to Tel Aviv. To support the sustainability, make a reservation in one of the green hotels in Tel Aviv. This hotel recycles their waste, has reduced their water consumption, conserves energy, and uses eco-friendly products. Now it's time to move from capital city to holy city of Jerusalem. Just an hour drive from Tel Aviv, Jerusalem is one of the oldest cities in the world. It is considered holy in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Within just 10 minutes of walk, you can visit Western Wall, which is a small segment of ancient retaining limestone wall, which was originally a part of Jewish temple, which makes it a holiest site for Jewish today. Moving on to the Holy Church of Sepulchre. This 4th century church is believed to have 2 holiest sites where Jesus Christ was crucified and then resurrected. Lastly, the Dome of Rock. This site is significant importance in Islam as it is believed that Prophet Muhammad's night journey to heaven started from here. I think Jerusalem is really a magical city where people from different religions come together and worship, keeping away all the differences they have. It is just magical to be there and witness it. Going back to the sustainable tourism, which also includes supporting community and local businesses. So there is an organization in Israel which has started issuing green dining seal to the restaurants who treat their workers fairly and provide them with assistance, care, and fair wages. Jerusalem happened to have many of such restaurants. So remember, when you dine out in the city, look for the restaurants with green dining seals. After visiting the holy city of Jerusalem, now it's time to retrieve yourself by visiting the Dead Sea. It is located on the lowest point of the Earth's surface, which is 1,300 feet below sea level. It is called the Dead Sea because of high salinity, which prevents any life to survive in it. Fun fact, nobody can actually drown in it. So, floating on the Dead Sea is one of the must-do activities when in Israel. I call it a biggest free spa because the Dead Sea water is known to having healing powers and medicinal qualities, and the Dead Sea mud is really good to our skin. So feel free to enjoy at this unique site. But wait, did you make sure to leave nothing but footprints behind? Up next in my list is the Sea of Galilee. This freshwater lake is located on the northeast side of Israel. It is not just the main water source of the country, but has huge religious significance and major touristy value because of the beautiful landscapes. Some of the places that you can add in your itinerary are Tiberias, Yardinite Baptism Site, Capernaum National Park. Have you considered to reduce your carbon footprint by just walking or taking the public transport around the city? Lastly, no tour is complete without visiting the town of Nazareth. This is located just 30 minutes away from the Galilee of Sea, and it is important in Christian pilgrims for many reasons, such as it is believed that this was a town where Jesus Christ grew up, and this was a town with the Church of Annunciation, where Archangel Gabriel appeared to Virgin Mary and announced that she is going to give birth to the Jesus Christ. Nazareth is the largest Arab city in the northern part of Israel, and some of the sites to visit in the town are Nazareth Village, Mary's Well, and Mount Precipice. Heritage sites that we visit are to be visited by many other people in a year, so care has to be taken so that it will allow other people to enjoy as much as we did. Take your litter with you, and please don't do any graffiti works on the wall. I'm sure while visiting all these beautiful destinations, all you crave for some delicious food. Well, let me tell you that Israel will not disappoint you when it comes to the food. Israeli cuisine is inspired from Arab and Jewish culture. It is considered healthy cuisine because they use lots of vegetables, fruit, goat milk, and grains. Some of the dishes that you can consider trying are shakshuka, tabbouleh salad, hummus and pita, world-famous falafels, and malavaj. As a part of sustainable tourism, try to eat at local restaurants and eateries, which will support local businesses to grow. Apart from that, I believe local restaurants have more authentic and delicious food. As we all are aware that Israel has sensitive relationship with Palestinians and Hamas within the country, and there is also a tension between the bordering countries. So according to the Travel Advisory of Canada, travelers need to take high degree of caution when traveling to Israel. As of now, all the trips to Gaza Strip to be avoided due to political instability and terrorism. And in general, when traveling avoid traveling alongside of the country's border. Now, talking about some tourist statistics, About 4.1 million tourists traveled to Israel in 2018. Top three countries to visit Israel were United States, France, and Russia. Canada was ranked number 11. 54% of the tourists were Christian and 39% were Jewish. As far as the target market is concerned, I would say country's main market is pilgrims, followed by history buffs, adventurers, people who are interested in nature and archaeology. According to me, Israel targets to more older to mature age group, which would be Gen X and millennials today. Coming back to the sustainable tourism, I think Israel as a country is well aware that sustainable tourism is a need of time and upcoming trend in tourism. Government has been following various strategies that leads to sustainability. Starting with, Israel do not promote pure recreational tourism. Instead, they focus on direct tourism. So people will visit Israel for the pure purpose of pilgrims. Israel also do not promote any mass tourism. Their focus is on getting people from more expensive segment of the market. So even if they have less number of tourists, they still have more income generating from them. The country overall gives high priority to preservation of landscape, environmental site, heritage site, and focuses on the welfare of local population. Apart from the government bodies, there are several organizations and communities that practices organic farming, recycling, and host program, which ultimately contributes to the sustainability of the country. And always remember that we as a tourist have a part to play when it comes to sustainable tourism. To be a responsible tourist, you can do the following steps, which are very easy to execute. Starting with, go green at the hotels. If you're staying at a hotel for less than 2 days, do not put your linens or beddings to wash. You can reuse it. Reduce your carbon footprint by walking around the town or using public transport instead of private cars. Say no to plastic, protect local life, reduce waste, and support local community and businesses, and say no to the illegal trade. That's it from me for Israel. Toda Rabba, which means thank you in Hebrew.
Thank you very much, Anuja.
Thank you.
We'll allow a few minutes for people to submit any questions that they may have. And if anyone here in the conference room with me has a question, I will put them on the line.
All right.
Hi, this is Wendy.
Hello.
I'm with Baxter Media. Thank you for your presentation. I have a question. Can you tell us what the difference between recreational tourism and direct tourism is?
I believe recreational tourism is when people go to rest, like Caribbean is more recreational tourism. People go there to relax and go to the resorts and they just have leisure time. Whereas direct tourism is, as I said, people go to Israel for the purpose of pilgrims. So they have an itinerary of what specifically they have to do, and they just do it and come back. They don't spend, or they don't necessarily want to stay at like fancy hotels or resorts and have like luxuries, because their aim is to just visit those historical or pilgrim sites.
Okay, and I have one more question while I've got you here.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get here? How do you get there from Canada?
Get from Canada to Tel Aviv?
Yes.
So there are like direct flights and connecting flights as well. And if you take a direct flight, it's a 10 hours flying time from Toronto to Tel Aviv.
Which airline would I take?
So like when I did the research, I saw there is Emirates and there is Air Canada that flies directly, and I don't remember which were the connecting flights though.
Okay, I don't need to know the connecting flights. That's
all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anuja.
All right.
Ellen asks, how would you compare the size of Israel to a Canadian site as you compared it to New Jersey?
So I wanted to compare it Canadian province, but like all the provinces in Canada are significantly big, so I couldn't like literally compare as a size, but I would still say if I have to compare, I would be comparing with Quebec, I guess.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ellen asks, can you explain in a little more detail high priority to more expensive segments?
So what I meant was like Caribbean again, like they have package tours and they have like 20 people can fly from like Toronto to this beautiful resort, whereas direct tourism is when Israel market themselves, they market as like specific for pilgrims or historical site, and which will again like cut down all like which again like filters all the people and then goes to the niche market, and then again it's like then since all these pilgrims are old and mature and have millennials, so they have more money to spend, which could be like more expensive like a segment of the market. Whereas if you go to Caribbean, like anyone who have savings up to like $2,000 can go and have their vacation in Caribbean, whereas in Israel, like you need to have more spending power, I guess.
Right, okay, thank you, Anuja.
And Tel Aviv is also very expensive. I was researching, I realized that. So you need to have like enough money to be in the city and country in general.
Okay, thank you. So we'll allow another minute or so, just in case anything else gets submitted here.
Okay.
Okay, I do believe that's it for the questions today, but I would like to thank everyone that tuned into this webinar today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And Anuja, thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you so much for listening to me and giving your time.
Of course. Thank you so much for participating in the 2020 Baxter Student Ambassador Program. We'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.